Hello and welcome all as we wait for the start of a match amongst the most anticipated fixtures over the course of the entire season. A day certainly not for the faint-hearted. It is yet another edition of this long-standing conflict between two sides engaged in a never-ending rivalry. One that never has and never will lose its intensity, no matter what the context, no matter how many times these two clubs meet. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. Well, it's a friendly in theory, but we are expecting this to be fiercely contested. That's a foul, free kick's been given. Coleman gets it away. Hernandez. Mane. Very little to choose between them, but very early days. And it's Mane. Goes for the cross. Has a hit! Brozovic plays it short. Plenty waiting in the middle. Cristiano Ronaldo! It's there! That is just remarkable, the amount of bend he got on that.
You know what was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
And it's played forward. Face to face. Oh, shooting chance! Sticks it away! They have come roaring back!
HILAL are looking strong on the break. Winning the ball in midfield is one thing, but it's their clever use of counter-attacking. That's the real highlight.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, they're
going for goal! Clear cut, it's a free kick. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Played out to the right. Plays it in. Oh, managed to get it away. Oh, sweet feet. Just brushed off the ball there. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. João Cancelo. Savic, who's set up one goal so far. HILAL have a free kick. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Up to meet it! And he's there to make a great save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Mane going through, and Mane! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
João Cancelo. Ruben Neves plays it forward. João Cancelo. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Brozovic gets his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Knocks it away. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, he's playing innocent. He has every reason to. Referee has gone straight to his pocket. Yes, a second yellow, and he's off. Players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Gets good distance on it. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the team's level. It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each. And we're already back underway here. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Ruben Neves. Savic. Malcolm. Floats one over. Timely intervention. Mane. Brozovic. Coman. Koulibaly gets into the right position to intercept. Hernandez drives it forward. Malcolm. Battles to win it back. Tries to stroke it through. Goalkeeper's ball. Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. And it's Brozovic. Ball's out on the left now. Coman. Out to the right. Plays it into the box. Ruben Neves spreads it towards the left. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did well to spot the run. He just didn't get enough behind it. It happens.
More than happy to take the muscular approach.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner. Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
He came in hard, very hard. Mane. Well read, he sorted that out.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Loose. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Malcolm looking to get on the end of this. It's a loose ball. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Massive leap! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
HILAL. And the referee brings it to a close. Quite a game, memorable for its fluctuation in fortunes and astonishing turnaround. The end of the game. Reflections?
Yeah, and we know that derbies can often make predictions look silly. They can take on a personality of their own, and this one didn't really deserve to have a loser.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.